Hello there, and welcome to Lessons with Lamarr number 1. My name is Conan Fiore McPhee, and I make a webcomic with Gmod, the Source Engine sandbox, called Life with Lamarr, which I've been doing for about a year and a half now. And sometimes people will write in and they ask me how I did certain effects, so I'm doing this short video series just to let on one or two tips and tricks. Now, the point of the exercise is that this is a version of Gary's mod exactly as it's downloaded. I'm not going to use any add-ons or special downloads from garysmod.org to achieve any effects. We're just going to see what we can do just using the basic package. So the first thing I want to do here in D-Dust, it's Counter-Strike map. I don't come here very often because everyone laughs at me and they call me a noob. But what we're going to do is we're going to make a comic, and I've decided there's going to be an APC involved. So I toddle on down to Half-Life 2 vehicles and I select the APC, and oh my god, it sinks directly into the sand, and it doesn't matter what you do. It's terrible. Now you can try and use the fizz gun to freeze it with its wheels exactly where you want them, but this is very difficult and completely unnecessary. I wrestled with this sort of thing for ages before I realized there's no need to mess around with this at all. So here's how to solve this problem if you've ever had it. We just use our search bar, and we're going to enter APC. Always get a Q on this laptop. You see there's several, and we're going to find one that's called Combine APC Wheel Collision Model. Spawn it. Problem solved. I wish somebody had told me that when I started. It's incredibly frustrating. I presume they made this way so that when the APC is animated going along the road, it doesn't bounce and ricochet off every little warble in the road. But for comic purposes, this is the one you want. APC Wheel Collision. And on to the next thing. Okay, sometimes if you're making a comic, for whatever reason, you might need something to be invisible. Let's take the plastic blue barrel here. I'm going to spawn an NPC on top. We're going to use a head crab. Now, for basic purposes, let's assume I want this head crab to look like it's floating. Now, you can download an invisibility tool, but why fill in your add-on box? Every time you put something in there, it slows the whole process down. All you have to do is go on to Color, the Color tool. You have the red, you have the green, you have the blue, and there's a fourth box, and this is actually the alpha. And the purpose of this, if I set down to 64, you can now see our barrel is semi-transparent. Set it to 0, and it's completely invisible. Okay, here's our next little poser. I've come to a rather dark and dingy area of the map in Havana. Now, I've decided I want to take my picture here. I normally would set up a ragdoll, of course, but for expediency's sake, we're going to use an NPC. Now, it's much too dark for a picture to come out here to be any use in a comic. So what we're going to do is we're going to set ourselves up a light, which I'm going to right-click because I don't want to spawn a rope. I'll just use the fizz gun, if I can grab it, to hold it in place. Now that's great, that's the effect I wanted, but the trouble is, I can see this light through Barney's head. I can't take this shot. I can see this light through everything, no matter where you go. Well, almost no matter. You can see the light. It can really ruin your picture. So how can we solve that? We solve it the same way we solved the invisible barrel problem, which is we make sure our alpha is set to 0 on the color tool, and also we can pick a color for the light this way too. So have a nice eerie green, alpha set to 0, and there we go. We now have the effect of the light illuminating the area, but we don't have the problem of the bulb shining through all the models and the map and the ragdolls, so that's that one solved. Okay, here's the final thing for today. We're going to spawn ourselves a useful little exploding barrel, and we're going to spawn ourselves an ignore player's metro cop, because I want to get the effect of this barrel exploding and the guys flying off into the air. So here we go. Well, how can I make my barrel explode? I'll just ignite it. There we go. He looks a bit worried about that, and quite rightly so. Ah, my god, I didn't have time to get my camera out. What a shame. Shot wasted. Okay, well let's try that again. Same setup, Cop, barrel. I'm going to set the cop's AI to disabled to prevent him from running away, which he might sometimes do if he sees the barrel on fire. And then we're going to go into utilities, and I've set the physics timescale from 1, where it normally is, down to 0.02. Now, we go on to ignite barrel. I have all the time in the world to take the exact shot I wanted. Because as far as physics is concerned, we've slowed down time. I hope you enjoyed Lessons with Lamarr number 1. If you have any questions to ask, you can contact me at this email address, or you can just leave a comment in the YouTube comments section. Thanks for watching.